In our nation's capital, we got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Matt Breida, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
11.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mike 51. Mike 51. All day, punt.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To try again after the sack, Ryan. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Tuesday. 51's the mic.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Underneath for Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Throw left side complete. That's Lawrence. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
I'm here all day.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 43-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
951, 951. Blue down, blue down. Hey, Rick Lance. 21. Get up. Ready, set.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Everybody, blue 80. Watch the pass. Here we go. Get up.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Don't get nervous.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass. You got check. You got tight right there. Check. Space. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Redskins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Touchdown, Washington. Kerryon Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, pardon me, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Check out. Wide, 9 man. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Army. Big Dan. Mexico. 25. 22 jet bombers. Hey, get him. You got it.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's got some space here. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. On first down, it's Love. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pick up there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and goal, Luck, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receiver.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. But they occupy.
And he's going to go down again.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 44, Luck looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Escaping the pressure, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackle made by K1 Short.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Kill.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K1 Short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Back 25. Man out. Slam. Hey, sprint.
They'll run it with Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk. Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Ford.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the ground, this is Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At their 48-yard line.
Hey, ready, blue 80, blue 80. 50, 50. Watch the pass.
They go to Johnson again. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
64, weak.
On third down, Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Ready, set.
4th down, here's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Redskins take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Johnson. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You don't want none of it. Hey, Delta. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". I got it. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check for him.
From the 50, it's Lund. Now a leaping catch, he's got it.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is locked. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Qual. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm going to run you over.
On second down, a run with Breida. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go. 11.
Here's Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Back now at FedEx Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now Ryan. Snead's got it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, 59, ready? Ready to go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Target. Mike's 50. I'm going to come back to you. 21. Back to you. Mike 50. 51, Sam. Rush in.
Again, it's Johnson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Ready. 50. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. 32-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Crunch time, defense.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Complete. It's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Go. Go. Go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Hey, Charlie.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They run with Breida. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
A gain of 7.
Luck gonna throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Under 10, under 10, 10-61, matchbox lights.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You draw Corkers. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Watch safety three. Watch safety three.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.